This is a hockey stick, and a hockey stick in the form of a graph by Dr. Mann here has done an enormous amount of damage to climate realism. Basically, it is the foundation of modern climate alarmism. And what it's saying is, for the last 1,000 years, there's been no medieval warm period, there's been no little ice age. They were just local regional variations. Of course, it has been hugely discredited, and I've done videos of it. In fact, I will put in the description below this video some clips of my earlier videos on it. But in this video, I've produced a paper on the Little Ice Age, with the actual aim of showing it is global and not local, and giving you all the references at work. And so I worked with Grock AI. I told it off and told it what to do and where to look for the information. It found it, and then it decided, yep, the Little Ice Age was global. And here's the conclusion. Based on empirical evidence from Antarctica, Australia, New Zealand, South America and Africa, the Little Ice Age was unequivocally a global event. The proxy date in 97 ranging from ice cores and coral records to glacial moraines and lake sediments demonstrate that the cooling occurred across a diverse geographical regions, with the intensity of signal varying by latitude. The stronger cooling at higher latitudes and the more muted effects near the equator align with the expected patterns of global climate anomalies. This paper confirms the LIA's global extent solely through observational data, fulfilling the request to rely on evidence and account for latitudinal variations in cooling intensity. Now let me explain that. So there we are. This paper I did with Grock is based on actual observational data. That's the king of science. If your theory doesn't work, but when you observe it in real life, if it doesn't match real life, your theory is wrong, not real life. And so that's all I'm doing with these Grock experiments. And it was quite funny in this case, because at one point it said, in the development of these things, it said, oh, well, the changes in Africa are less, and so it's sporadic. It's less than elsewhere, it's less than further south. So I pointed out to her that all global warming and cooling starts at the poles and comes in. So you get the least variation, it's a gradual change, so you get smaller variation in the centre than you do at the extremes. And it goes, oh yeah, fine. So it looks up some work on that, you're quite right, and it goes on. And that's when it talks about varying by latitude in that conclusion. So it really is not intelligent, but it does a lot of the groundwork for you. So you can say, well, point to New Zealand, point to this, point to that paper, and then it has to argue against it. It'll argue against it, but you then say, well, you haven't allowed for that then. And in doing that, you get a conclusion. But the important one here, of course, is that I've already proven in my last video that the medieval warm period was global, and it was warmer than today. And that really is critical. And because you all hear about it, the hottest day for 10,000 years and all this nonsense. But it also shows that we had a warmer period than today, and then that was followed by a cool period, both of which were global. So there's the global variations, okay? And it knocks the hockey stick of Dr. Mann out of the window. Mind you, the hockey stick of Dr. Mann has always been, I think, one of the most corrupt, fiddled pieces of science has ever been. And my video link below this video will demonstrate that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, just to tell you, you don't have to email me anymore to get the PDF of these documents, this paper. I've opened up a Substack, and it's in the Substack. And below this is a link to the Substack, and you can download the PDF of this paper in the Substack and follow all the arguments in it. All about the lake sediments, what it found there, about the glaciers, what it found there, and how it reached this conclusion. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and look forward to the next one. Bye.